Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about introduction into disc golf. Thank you all for coming to this video, and I hope this reaches out to those that are beginning disc golf and really wanting to learn the game. I was in y'all's shoes at one point, and I loved being taught new ways and tried to improve my game as it went on. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a professional. I'm still learning this game as y'all are. I'm just wanting to share what I've learned throughout my years, and I feel like I know a little bit of what's helpful and what's not. So just come along with me in this video, and we're going to discuss a few things. First thing we'll discuss is what is disc golf and how is it played. Then we're going to discuss disc and what you should start playing with, and then we're going to probably do a definition of certain types of disc. We'll go into that, as well as showing you kind of where you can start and websites that you can look at throughout the video. Just as golf is played in a stroke game where every stroke till you get into the hole. In disc golf, you have mostly par 3s and par 4s. Point of disc golf is to go the least amount of strokes to make it into the basket. Now I'm going to show y'all the PDGA page. This page is a page you can go to and look at memberships, courses, rules, and we'll look more into courses at the end of the video. You can look at the rules, do a little bit more overview of what's going on, like what you need to look at when you're playing and what you need to watch out for, all that kind of stuff. Simple things like that. I think it gives you plenty of information, everything that you would need. Next, I want to go into disc numbers. So these numbers, and I'll put up on the screen here in a second, basically these numbers help you know how the disc flies. Different discs do different things. There's 4 numbers. These 4 numbers are speed, glide, turn, and fade. Now, I know that's a lot. That's a lot of numbers. So we're gonna go. All right. So now we're gonna look at what I was just talking about: speed, glide, turn, fade. So speed. That's gonna be really how hard you have to throw in order to get the rest of these numbers. So speed is going to be pretty important when you first start off, because for me, I feel more comfortable, especially with drivers. I throw more about 12. 12 speed is more my driver speed. Whenever I get into that 14 range, that's when I don't get the disc to do as much as I want with it. And then we have glide. Glide is going to be more along the lines of when the disc releases from your hands, how much is going to actually float in a way, get a good flight out of it. So that's 1 to 7. And then you have turn and fade. These two are the next important in my eyes, or the most important to some people. So turn is going to be, for a right-handed thrower, as myself, turn is going to be the amount the disc goes to the right. So when I throw the disc, turn is going to be this way. It's going to be the right. And the fade is going to be the left. So when I throw a disc, the turn is going to be the amount it comes back to the left. So when turn is classified +1 to -5, the more negative the number is, the more it's going to go to the right. The less negative it is, or the positive 1, is going to not go to the right much at all. It's gonna probably stay. It's neutral, I would say. Or if the +1 is going to be a little bit more veered to the left. Now fade, 0 to 5. 0 being it's going to be a pretty straight disc, or it's going to be neutral. And then you have normally 3 to 5. That's where you get in those discs that really cut hard down to the left. So now when you combine turn and fade along with the speed, that's when you get the stability of the disc. So we're going to talk about if a disc has more turn than it does fade, that disc is going to be understable. So right here. So this disc right here is called a turn, hence the word turn. So you see that turn number is -3. You know that the most turn for the disc is normally -5. The least amount of turn is +1. So looking at this disc, it's going to go to the right, and then it's going to come back left for a right-handed thrower. For a left-handed thrower, it's going to go left and come back right. Those are things that we can kind of look at when we look at this turn right here. So that is an understable disc. Now let's talk about overstable. Here we go. So this is a very good example right here. Ape. This disc is going to be one that when you throw it, if you're going to throw the thing soft, it's going to the left real quick. If you throw this thing with high speed, as you see that 13, and you throw it in hard enough, you might get a little glide out of it, but then it's going to finish hard to the left. So it's going to really dive out of the sky. So that was overstable and understable. Now we have stable disc. These are discs that are going to be pretty neutral flyers in some sense of the way. They're going to go straight. So no matter how you throw them, they might start off right, but they're going to come back left just the same amount. So basically, it's going to even out, and it's not going to dive out any sort of way. Let me show you some of those. These are where you're going to get your stability at. So stability for mid-ranges are going to be like this Atlas. If you look, there is not very much turn on that thing. Like literally it's going to be going no turn and a little bit of fade. So this right here, this is a super stable straight flight putter. So stable will be your straight flyer. Understable is going to be your your turners, and your overstable is going to be your left hand, basically going to come down out of the sky. Now the big question is, Jacob, where do I go play? What courses do you recommend? My answer to those will be, I believe there is very good use in this. I like this website right here. This website is UDisc. You can find UDisc on your iPhone and Android, and basically you can use this and discover new courses and all that stuff. You can do your own scorecards whenever you go play with friends. I really enjoy it, and I use it every time I go out. Now the cool thing about UDisc is, this is the desktop version, so this is what pops up in the desktop version, but on the app version, it has a map as well. What I would recommend is starting at a 9-hole course. So you can tell if it's a 9-hole course if it's like a grayish. A dark black one right here, that's gonna be more of a 18 holes. Jacob, now what discs do I throw? So what you can do is you can type in disc golf starter sets to Google, and you can look. Like Academy has a disc golf starter set for $20. So this right here, this Innova 3-pack, is going to be a good bang for your buck. I think it's very, very good to use. I think you're going to have it's going to give you those understable discs, which understable discs are actually going to be better for newer players. Reason being, it's more forgiving. If you were to throw the disc at a angle like this and it throws up, that disc is gonna want to flatten out a little bit if you do that. So the disc I recommend, I've gone through this. Many people have gone through this. I'm still going through it. Sometimes you just have to swallow your pride. Even if you're on that tee box, just because there's a tee box does not mean you need to use your driver. People want to just launch the disc. And so what I'll say about that is use your mid-ranges, use your putters, get used to those. Like if you can get used to those and just get very good at just throwing those discs, you're going to be in good shape. You're going to be able to do a lot of things. That's my recommendation for y'all. I really enjoyed doing this video. This is going to be a series of 5 videos and maybe more. We'll see. Thank you again for watching this video. As always, like and subscribe. Go out there, get your disc, get on a course, and start practicing. Thank y'all for watching the video. And as always, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.